You ever walk into a kitchen and instantly know someone got a little excited on Pinterest? I'm talking about the island you practically need to walk a marathon around, or worse, an island squeezed into a space so tight it feels like a narrow alley, or that fancy smart oven that needs a software update before it'll even preheat. And of course, the trendy cabinet color that look amazing online until the homeowners lived with it for 3 weeks. I've seen a lot of these choices show up in new remodels, flips, and even high-end homes around the Bay Area. And honestly, some of them are quickly becoming the most regretted features out there. So today, I'm breaking down 10 kitchen trends I've seen in 2025 and even a few from the not so distant past that homeowners end up regretting after they've actually lived with them. Hey, and don't worry, I'm not here to shame anyone's kitchen. My goal is simple: help you avoid expensive mistakes and build a kitchen you'll actually love living in. Okay, let's get ready and jump right in. Let's talk about island kitchens, or islands. Huge islands look luxurious. Developers know this. That's why so many of the new build homes try to wow buyers with massive slabs right at the center of the kitchen. And in the right space, sure, it can work. But you have to remember, scale matters. Just because an island fits on paper doesn't mean it works in real life. I once showed a home with an island that was about 6 feet wide and nearly 20 feet long. The kitchen was huge, but the island was so oversized it threw the entire space off. At one point, my client was standing on the other end and we practically had to raise our voices to hear each other. Didn't feel luxurious at all. It felt like someone got lazy with the design.
I don't care anymore.
A good island should support the kitchen, not dominate it. The smarter approach: build the island around the room, not the trend. Sometimes a smaller island, a peninsula, or even no island actually feels more high-end. Second thing, since we're already talking about big kitchen statements, let's move right into countertops. Bold, dramatic veining looks incredible on showroom slabs, but installed across a giant island, it can completely overpower the room. Remember that giant island that I just mentioned? Yep, that one. It also had this luxurious marble waterfall slab with massive dramatic veining. On its own, the material was stunning, but paired with the sheer size of the island, it was a visual overload. The countertop became the entire kitchen's personality, and not in a good way. When you have extreme veining, it competes with everything else. It dictates your entire color scheme, and it ages quickly, which in turn turns off buyers down the line. The smarter approach: go for controlled movement. Subtle quartz veining, soft quartzite, or honed finishes, still high-end but way easier to live with. Okay, number 3. This was something I aspired to for years. That's the super clean look where you don't see any appliances at all. No fridge, no dishwasher, just flawless cabinet doors everywhere. But here's what I didn't expect. It can start looking bland. When everything is hidden, the kitchen loses its visual rhythm. It starts to feel like a giant wall of garage cabinets. No contrast, no focal points. And aesthetics aside, here's another real problem. Custom panels lock you into one appliance size and sometimes even one model line. When the fridge dies, and they all do, you're looking at new doors, cabinet modifications, maybe hinge realignment, sometimes rebuilding the entire enclosure. Manufacturers love changing dimensions. Future-proofing, not really their thing. The smarter approach: use panel-ready appliances with flexible tolerances. You get the look without marrying your cabinetry to one specific appliance forever. Hey, real quick, if you're finding this helpful, tap that like button so more people can avoid these design regrets. If you're in the Bay Area thinking about buying or selling a home, reach out to me. I keep tabs on the Bay Area real estate market and neighborhood trends so you don't have to. All right, let's go back to our list. Number 4, ultra-trendy cabinet colors and designs. Every year, there's a new it color. Forest green, navy, sage, terracotta. They go viral fast and date your kitchen just as quickly. The problem isn't color. It's committing your entire kitchen to a passing trend. Hey look, trendy cabinets can limit your backsplash choices, fight your flooring, look dated in 18 months. I mean, is that something you want? And maybe down the line, hurt your resale? Same goes for trendy designs like slotted wood fronts or hyper modern flat panels. The smarter approach: choose timeless cabinet bases, then layer personality through hardware, lighting, and decor. Easy to update, easy to live with. Number 5, over-engineered smart appliances. Appliances shouldn't need a software update before you can make dinner. Problem with ultra-smart appliances is simple. The tech ages faster than the appliance. Touchscreens break, apps glitch, firmware updates stop, repairs cost more, and most people don't use half of the features anyway. The smarter approach, go smart light. Useful tech like diagnostics, alerts, or remote monitoring without turning your kitchen into a NASA control room. Okay, number 6, overly minimalist handle-less cabinets. Okay, let's swing back to cabinets for a second. On the other end of the spectrum, we have the ultra-minimalist, no hardware, push-to-open cabinets. They look sleek, but living with them is another story. Push mechanisms wear out. There's fingerprints everywhere. Doors pop open randomly, and they're frustrating to use when you have your hands full. If you want minimal, go with slim pulls or integrated edge handles. Much cleaner, much more functional. Okay, this next one, the first time I ever saw it, I thought, I have got to have one of those in our own kitchen. But at least we didn't. We actually have some type of version of this. This is the pot filler. We installed a small sink on our island closer to the stove so we could fill pots with water. Was that the ideal design decision? Not really. But over the years, it actually worked out for us in a weird practical way. Pot fillers though, I'm so glad we didn't, because that's a completely different story. They look professional, expensive, and super convenient, but most people barely use them. And here's the thing, the lines can sit stagnant. They add extra plumbing inside the wall, and when something leaks, it's gonna leak over your stove. Again, like I said, when I first saw it, it was a cool idea, but the thing is, it's rarely practical. Next up, open shelving. I've talked about this in several other videos, so I'll keep this simple. Open shelves look great in photos. In real life, dust, grease, clutter. Every plate has to be display worthy. Aesthetic? Sure. Practical? Not really. Okay, let's move on. Cabinets that don't reach the ceiling. This is a big regret I hear constantly, but let me be clear, not every kitchen has tall ceilings, and you definitely don't want cabinets stretching into oblivion. The real problem is the gap above standard height cabinets. That space becomes a dust trap, a grease trap, and a graveyard for fake plants. And also, it's just a bunch of wasted vertical storage. If your ceiling is at a normal height, consider taking your cabinets all the way up with the second small upper section. If you have tall ceilings, go for balanced proportions. Stack cabinets, crown molding, or intentional open space that's actually designed, not accidental. And number 10, finally, overly glossy high maintenance finishes. Shiny finishes look incredible on day 1 and terrible on day 2. Glossy cabinets, glossy floors, glossy counters, they show everything. Fingerprints, watermarks, scratches, smudges, dust, you name it. Hey look, a kitchen shouldn't feel like you need to polish it every hour. Matte or satin finishes age better and still look premium. Every kitchen has its own personality, and some of these trends can work in the right home. But the goal is to help you avoid decisions that look great for a moment and then become regrets for years later. Hey, I'm Mac Rogers. Thanks for being here.